300 years after a war destroyed the world, a lost cyborg girl wakes up with no memory, but with the power to change everything. This is the story of Alita, the Battle Angel, and her fight to survive. In the year 2263, Earth was destroyed by a devastating war. It was known as the Fall, an interplanetary disaster. 300 years later, humanity struggles to survive in Iron City. It's a junkyard metropolis filled with scraps and broken machines. In the middle of this chaos, a scientist named Dr. Dyson Ido made a discovery. He found a discarded female cyborg with a still-living brain. Ido took her home and rebuilt her with a new body. With no memory of her past, she opened her eyes again. Ido named her Alita, after his own deceased daughter. Soon Alita met Chiren, Ido's estranged ex-wife. She also crossed paths with Hugo, a charming scrap dealer with big dreams. Hugo wanted to escape to Salem, a great city in the sky. He introduced Alita to motorball, a brutal sport for cyborg gladiators. Behind the scenes, Hugo secretly stripped cyborgs of their parts for Vector. Vector ran the motorball tournament and needed parts for his champion. Chiren, still bitter and ambitious, worked for Vector in secret. Hugo believed all the city's trash came from Salem above. If so, then maybe Alita had once lived there too. One night, Alita followed Ido through the dangerous streets. She discovered a shocking secret. Ido was a hunter-warrior. These were bounty hunters who hunted rogue cyborgs for cash. Suddenly, 3 deadly cyborg killers ambushed them in an alley. Their leader was a monstrous beast called Gruishka. In the violent attack, Ido was badly injured. But something inside Alita awakened, instinct taking over. With lightning-fast moves, she fought back against the cyborgs. She destroyed 2 of them with brutal precision. Gruishka, injured, fled into the underground shadows. Ido was amazed by her forgotten combat skills. Alita had rediscovered an ancient fighting art, Panzerkunst. It was a martial art from the old wars, long forgotten. But Ido begged her not to become a hunter-warrior like him. He confessed he hunted criminals to cope with his daughter's death. His daughter, also named Alita, was killed by a rogue cyborg. Ido also shared an incredible secret about Alita's body. Her heart was made of pre-war technology, unimaginably powerful. It could power all of Iron City for centuries. That meant one thing. Alita was over 300 years old. Back in the shadows, Gruishka crawled to Vector, broken and defeated. Chiren was there, helping repair his twisted, damaged body. Meanwhile, in the sky city of Salem, a new threat watched. The city's secret overlord, Nova, monitored everything through Gruishka's eyes. Nova spoke to Vector, giving him deadly orders. He wanted Alita killed and brought to Salem at any cost. Nova already knew who and what Alita really was. While exploring beyond the city walls with Hugo, Alita made a discovery. She stumbled upon a crashed spaceship buried in the wastelands. Inside, she found something extraordinary. A high-tech cyborg body. It was a berserker suit, used by elite soldiers in the Great War. Alita instinctively connected with the ancient, powerful armor. But when she brought it back, Ido refused to install it. He feared the violent memories and lethal potential it contained. Ido didn't want to lose her to that darkness again. Frustrated and eager to protect others, Alita made a choice. She registered as a hunter-warrior, joining the ranks of bounty hunters. Together with Hugo, she headed to the Kansas bar. There, she tried convincing other hunter-warriors to help defeat Gruishka, but none were interested. They mocked her, calling her naive and weak. Among them was Zapan, a narcissistic, sword-wielding cyborg bounty hunter. He provoked Alita, taunting her with cruel insults. Unable to hold back, Alita attacked him. She beat Zapan mercilessly, triggering a chaotic bar brawl. Suddenly, an upgraded Gruishka crashed through the walls, seeking revenge. He revealed that Nova had sent him to kill her. The bar cleared as Alita faced Gruishka alone. They clashed in a savage, violent duel. Gruishka's new chain-bladed fingers shredded Alita's body apart. Hugo, watching, recognized the stolen arms from his criminal work. With help from Ido, Hugo, and hunter warrior McTeague, Gruishka was driven off. Alita barely survived and was rushed to safety. To save her, Ido transplanted her into the powerful berserker body. When she awoke, memories of her old life flooded back. She realized she was a soldier, created to destroy Nova. As time passed, Alita and Hugo grew closer and fell in love. Hoping to buy Hugo's freedom to Salem, Alita took a risk. She entered a deadly motorball tryout, where only killers survived. Ido warned her it was a trap set by Vector. Nova had secretly hired other cyborg gladiators to kill her there. But Alita fought back with ferocity, tearing through her enemies. One by one, she destroyed them during the savage race. Meanwhile, Hugo decided to leave his criminal life behind. He confronted his gang during a robbery and tried to stop them. But Zapan arrived, murdering the cyborg victim and framing Hugo. In desperation, Hugo called Alita for help, begging her to come. She abandoned the motorball race and rushed to save him. But she wasn't fast enough. Under hunter-warrior law, Hugo was now a wanted criminal. Alita had to either kill him herself or let Zapan finish him. Zapan cornered Hugo and stabbed him through the chest. Chiron witnessed everything from the shadows, and something changed in her. She saw Alita's love for Hugo and chose to betray Vector. Secretly, she offered to help Alita save Hugo's life. Together, they removed Hugo's severed head from his damaged body. They connected it to Alita's life support system to keep him alive. Alita then tried to sneak Hugo's head out of the factory. She hid it under her jacket as she walked through the streets, but Zapan was waiting and saw through her desperate trick. A brutal fight broke out between Alita and the vengeful Zapan. Alita seized his prized Damascus blade, a legendary weapon. With one clean, vicious strike, she sliced off his face. Back at Ido's clinic, Hugo's head was transplanted onto a cyborg body. Ido confessed a terrible truth to Alita about Zalem's promises. Vector's offer to send Hugo to Zalem was a complete lie. No citizen of Iron City could enter Zalem without winning Motorball. Ido knew this firsthand. He was once exiled from Zalem himself. Furious and heartbroken, Alita stormed the factory to confront Vector. Inside, she demanded answers. Vector coldly revealed that Chiron's organs had been harvested. She was dead. Gruishka attacked one final time, but Alita was ready now. In her new nanomolecular berserker body, she easily destroyed him. Then, she forced Nova to speak through Vector's dying body. Nova threatened her friends, promising more death and pain. Without hesitation, Alita drove her sword through Vector's heart, killing him. After the battle, Ido arrived with devastating news about Hugo. He had fled and was climbing the giant cargo tube to Zalem. Alita raced after him, desperately calling out for him to stop. She reached him, begging him to come back to safety. Finally, Hugo agreed to return with her. But Nova had one last cruel move planned. A spinning serrated defense ring came down from Zalem. It tore through Hugo's body, cutting him to pieces. Clinging to life for a final moment, Hugo thanked Alita. He let go and fell to his death far below. Months later, Alita rose as Motorball's greatest champion. The entire city cheered for her name as she held her sword high. She pointed the blade towards Zalem, vowing vengeance. Above it all, Nova watched with a wicked, knowing smirk.